Good day. I am Joe Zaires Ganit, and today I am proud to present a feasibility study of an incredible business which talks about recycled paper. Alongside my team, Romeo Eucariza, Mizara Nicole Josue, Mary Angelique Wen, Marisol Ira, Eliza Jean Macario, Natalie Martilia, and Krisa Nicole Pajaro will talk about the background of the study. Now, let's talk about business.
Good morning, everyone. So I will start with our project background. Waste paper contributes to 19% of the total municipal solid waste in the Philippines. That is almost 1 million tons of paper per year and a lot of trees cut down just to provide the country's paper. On that account, We on Papery aims to serve our consumers high-quality paper that comes from recycled paper waste. We will serve them a variety of paper from bond papers, scented, colored, and construction paper. Papery aims more than just a wealth-creating business, it sees itself as an initiator of change. Our firm is devoted in helping our environment and saving the earth one paper at a time. For objectives of the study, this study aims to determine the viability of the business in terms of technical aspects. Specifically, it aims to determine the manufacturing process of the product, be able to establish the production schedule that is required, determine if the products are profitable, sustainable, and marketable, determine the market strategy for evaluating the store's competitive position, and finally, determine the product's pricing, objectives, and techniques as well as its distribution channel. For the significance of the study, for partnership, the study will provide significant information to the company's owners, providing them with the sound solutions and plans to help Papery become fully operational and profitable. For the community, the study is pursued as a seismic effect on the town where Papery plans to settle. The study's production will aid the community's advancements as new ideas and innovations are implemented, which can result in cash generating for the neighborhood surrounding our firm through innovative rebates and job development. Furthermore, Papery intends to be a steward of nature which will help increase civic welfare. For consumers, the findings of this study benefit our customers through the items we provide. We bring items to the market while also helping the environment. To those who use our goods, we exude a sense of social and moral obligation. For schools benefit greatly from our research because they are the component of our supply chain and consumers. The collaboration between Papery and the school benefits us both in terms of raw materials and waste management disposal. Other businesses, the study's successful execution will motivate other businesses to go green or to initiate green business or product efforts. For the scope and limitations, in light of the owner's financial ability, the project investigates the viability of establishing a paper production facility that recycles discarded paper. Demand estimation is done using stratified random sampling among our customers and suppliers in Iloilo City, such as schools, offices, students, and professionals. An attempt is made to locate the optimal fabrication site location in Iloilo City. The chosen site, on the other hand, does not have to be flawless in every way, although an initial environmental examination has been completed and the site has been determined to be appropriate. An environmental assessment is required before final permission.
To conclude, we in paper determine the market situation and how we define our stand. We understand the technicalities needed for us to be shaped. The critical component of our business, such as machineries, location, and employees. How we structure as a firm and manage our vast machineries and people. And also pan out the language of business, the main reason of our existence, which is profitability. The legalities we do need to comply to be legitimized as a business, and lastly, how we are a significant part of our country's economy and the community and environment that surrounds us.
For technical and operational study, the general objectives aims to determine the viability of the business in terms of technical aspects. The following are the specific objectives. For our initial service technology, the owners of Papery will purchase Photon Gratour. This commercial vehicle will be the business principal workhorse for both paper collecting and distribution. For the factory machineries and equipments, there are mold and decal, blending machine, immersion blender, paper cutting machine, sponge, basin, fabric, and paper shredder. For material handling equipment, there are storage and cabinet. For the location, the proposed location is located in Barangay Balabaguharo, Iloilo City, near the junction of Iloilo Coastal Road and Circumferential Road, adjacent 500 meters away from Balabago Elementary School. The business chose this location since it is located near schools and offices. For office and factory layout, the building will serve as the office and production building. The building is composed of 2 floors. The first floor is the production area and the second floor is the office area. For furnitures and fixtures, there are smartphone, laptop, office chair, desk, locker, air conditioner, couch, smart TV, and printer. For office supplies, there are record book, ballpen, pencil, scissors, file folder, and calculator. For store uniforms, the polo shirt is the office uniform, and for production uniform are the waterproof apron and gloves for their protections. The first uniform will be covered by the company and the additional uniform will be covered by the employee. This figure illustrates how we manufacture a product. Next is the shifting schedule. The office hour will be on Monday to Saturday, and it starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 4 p.m. Our store will close every Sunday, and workers will have the rest day. For the waste management, Papery will prioritize appropriate waste disposal to implement the 5 Rs. We will use this technique to improve the outcome of our recycling programs. This strategy is used by the businesses to improve the outcome of their recycling programs by reducing the amount of waste of the company. These figures show the prototype of our product.
Next is management study. Objective of the study. Generally, the study aims to provide background information on the organization's management aspect. Form of business. A partnership business that aims to provide consumer an eco-friendly quality paper alternative. The organizational top-level management is composed of the owner of the business. There are three departments within the firm: the production manager, customer service manager, and marketing manager. All production procedure, management instruction, manufacturing strategies, and efficiency maintenance will be spearheaded by the production manager. Manpower. The paper's owner will hire a workforce that satisfies the business requirements. The company vitally needs workers in production and other branches to achieve its higher goals. Papery owners will adopt a moderate steady move as it progresses and will make adjustment if necessary. Here is the table that satisfies the business requirements. We have job title, number of employee, qualification, job description, and responsibility. Next is the job description and specification or employment process. It outlines the duties and responsibility of the position. Applicant will be evaluated on their skills and personal attributes. References will also be verified to ensure they meet the job standard. They met the job standard. To successfully applicant will be given a confirmation email after they have been employed and they are ready to start their new and exciting.
So to continue, we have here the employee compensation. Our production at Papery is heavily reliant on the efforts of our staff. For the benefit plans, we have here the following benefit plans. First is we have this SSS or the Social Security System, the PHIC or the PhilHealth, the HDMF or the Home Development Mutual Fund, and also known as Pag-ibig Fund. We also have the retirement benefits, meal and rest period. We also have the two classification of employees: the full-time employee, the on-call employee. For promotion and transfer, our company is strictly following the Labor Code of the Philippines to implement condition for resignation and terminations. And lastly, we have here the Code of Ethics. Papery should do business ethically in a transparent manner. We will not condone unethical or unlawful behavior from our staff.
Next is the financial study aspect of Papery. The objectives of the study. Generally, the study aims to determine the viability of the business in terms of marketing. The total project cost will be 4 million pesos. Funds will come from each partner's contribution, which is 500,000 pesos each, or 4 million pesos in total. The financial assumptions. Annual operating day, assets, liabilities, equity, revenue or sales, expenses, permits and taxes. The statement of changes in partners' equity of Papery. The financial ratios of Papery. The liquidity ratio tells the company's ability to pay its short-term obligations. The figure shows that Papery can pay its current liabilities and almost above twice in the first year and increasing thereafter. In leverage ratios, equity to debt tells how much of company's assets are financed by debt and equity. The figure shows that the company's assets are mostly financed by owners rather than debtors. The efficiency ratios measure a company's ability to use its assets to generate income. Profitability ratios are a class of financial metrics that are used to assess a business' ability to generate earnings relative to its associated expenses. The payback period for Papery is 2 years, 8 months, and 4 days, with cumulated net worth of 494,238.56. The net present value is 1,845,959.36, which is the total present value minus investment. The internal rate of return is 26.38%. The break-even in units will be 33,416, which is equivalent to 1,555,521.79 pesos.
So here in legal study, the table first, business legal process and fees. And our number one, fees procedure. to verify and reserve the company name with the Security Exchange Commission or SEC. Number 2, to notarize the article of incorporation, treasurer's affidavit of notary. Number 3, register the company with SEC and receive pre-registered taxpayer identifying number or the TIN. Number 4, to obtain barangay clearance. Number 5, pay the annual community tax and obtain the community tax certificate or CTC from the city treasurer's office or the CTO. Number 6, obtain the business permit to operate from the BPLO. 7, buy special books of account at bookstore. Number 8, apply of the certificate registration or the COR and TIN at the BIR. Number 9, pay the registration fee and doc stamp taxes at AAB. Number 10, obtain the authority to print receipts and invoices from the BIR. Number 11, print receipts and invoices at BIR. Number 12, have books of account and printer certificate of delivery or PCD stamped by BIR. Number 13, register with SSS. Number 14, register with the PhilHealth. And lastly, register with Pag-ibig Fund.
For socioeconomic, the general objective is to determine the viability of the business in terms of socioeconomic aspect. The following are the specific objectives. Next is contribution to the Philippine economy. Papery aspires to be able to meet all of the country's major paper needs, as well as to produce long-lasting, high-value paper products that are internationally competitive and environmentally sustainable. Its goal is to increase the recovery and recycling rate of scrap paper in the country, improve its production technology and environmental performance. Thus, papery adds value to what is considered worthless. One of the things that add cost to the economy is because they need to allocate budget on how to manage scrap paper to subsidize landfalls and storage. The establishment of papery rejuvenates the government and the Philippine economy as a whole by recovering value-added items, a tax route that will benefit the economy. Also, through job creation, we can address some of the social issues, which is poverty. Next is employment generation. Human resource is one of the three elements that make up the good operation of an enterprise. As businesses emerge, so did the need for serviced and skilled people. In today's generation, robots and machines are replacing part of the human labor, creating a rapid increase in an unemployment rate in the country. A recent survey by the Philippine Bureau of Statistics showed that the unemployment rate in the Philippines in January 2021 was 8.7%, and the unemployment rate in Western Visayas was 9.1%, higher than the national average. Papery is on a path to address environmental and socio-economic issues as a socially responsible company. Environment conservation. Papery will conduct its business carefully to ensure that as we go on with our business, our environment won't be affected, but we will help to lessen its waste. Papery will observe proper waste disposal by implementing the 5 R's of waste management in order to maintain the orderliness and cleanliness of the business. The business will apply the corporate social responsibility or the CSR. The business will also be using reusable containers that will help lessen plastic waste. The business considers the impact of its operation to the society and environment more than its profit.
To conclude, we in paper determine the market situation and how we define our stand. We understand the technicalities needed for us to be shaped. The critical component of our business, such as machineries, location, and employees. How we structure as a firm and manage our vast machineries and people. And also pan out the language of business, the main reason of our existence, which is profitability. The legalities we do need to comply to be legitimized as a business, and lastly, how we are a significant part of a country's economy and the community and environment that surrounds us.